So, hello and welcome back to what is probably the beginning of the end of our generation 2. Jemmy has pretty much finished all of the goals that he needed to. Now we just need to have a couple more kids, maybe pick an heir. I mean, so far we've had Nerilka. She just hit her toddler days, and I think that Bethany is pregnant with baby number 2. Remember, we always want to have at least an heir and a spare just in case anything terrible happens. And yeah, that is where we left off last week. This week, I think we are going to probably play until we at least have the next baby. Maybe we'll have a third. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is just let my Sims guide me. If they start thinking about having another baby, then we'll have another baby. If they don't, well, then that's fine too. But we are going to concentrate, at least mostly in this episode, on getting little baby Nerilka as leveled up as she can be and waiting for baby number 2. So, with all of that being said, let's just jump into it. And here we go. It looks like Jemmy is playing a game. No, 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 no. You know what, Jemmy? You look very, very cranky about this whole low quality bathtub thing, so why don't you upgrade and make that bathtub self cleaning? And Nerilka, how are you doing? Oh, it looks like she is hungry, so let's just go ahead and open this and see if we have any good food in here. We have got a grilled cheese, so let's have her eat that. And she has acquired the imagination skill. Great job! There we go. And what is Bethany doing? Bethany is playing chess against herself. She would like to express her devotion to a beloved sim. Oh, that's adorable. And finish a painting. So you know what? Bethany, why don't you come down here and express your devotion? Be like, Jemmy, look at you. You are busy, working, helping out the family. We've got this lovely child. I still don't actually like your brother, but you know, life goes on. I think it's said she's not doing it. Come on. You can do it. Express your devotion. Now she doesn't want to do it anymore. I'm telling you, you know, why don't you go become best friends then? How are you getting on, little Nerilka? She is doing pretty good. She could use some attention, and she's getting kind of sleepy, and she could use some potty. Can she go potty? No, she can't. Jemmy, I would like you to potty train your daughter as soon as you are done with that bathtub. He's like, dude, I am working on this bathtub thing, and then I'm going to become best friends with my wife. You know, we've got all this stuff going on. Oh, and Nerilka has got the thinking skill. That is fantastic. Look at her go. Oh, and you know what we need? We need to actually get a toddler bed in here because she can't sleep in that crib right now. Alright, that is a regular bed. Do we have any toddler beds? Oh my goodness, we do not have a toddler bed. We do have a disgusting plate of cake. We have a child's violin. That's always a good thing to have. But we do not have a toddler bed. Alright, well, let's go in and we will put this, because we're gonna need it. We'll put this in here, in the painting room. And look in toddler care and see what we can get as far as a toddler bed. I think we're going to get this one because it looks a lot more handmade. And, you know, we'll get this classic kind of plaid looking bed, and maybe Bethany can knit another rug. Seems like a good idea. Also, we have got a lot more toys than I thought we did. Do we have a toy box? We do. We have Jemmy's old toy box. We can put that right there. And then maybe put some of these toys around the room. We've got more nesting blocks, which we don't actually need. Oh, I'm buying stuff. I am so dumb. Don't mind me. Alright, let's sell that since we already had one and I'm just not really with it today. Alright, that is for when she's a kid, so I think that will about do it. Okay. Back into it. Let's throw away that cake that was just sort of in the way. Jemmy's like, alright, look, this is the whole potty thing. This is what you need to do. It's fantastic. You can do it. And then as soon as that is all done, we're going to ask for a story from Mom. Jemmy's like, you can do it. This whole potty thing, you got it. Yes, we know she's a helpless toddler. Thank you. Toddlers make such cute noises in this game. And she has acquired the potty skill. That is fantastic. She is a very intelligent child. And let's take this down to regular speed. Alright, Jemmy, while you are at it, why don't you upgrade that one? Be useful. Alright, and it looks like Bethany is reading the baby a story, putting the baby to sleep. Good night, Nerilka. Oh, it's a story about drums. She's like, once upon a time, there was a princess in a castle on the planet of Earth. Earth was far, far away. And there were monsters. Obviously not the monsters of Thread, because that would look a lot different. Oh, but there was a treasure! I love trying to figure out what the story is all about. Alright, Bethany, you know what? It is 12:56 p.m. Work for Jemmy starts in about an hour. And Nerilka, why don't you just go ahead and take a bath? And then you could maybe do a painting. Jemmy, you can resume that later. He's like, I can get myself a drink before that. Alright, well, we will come back when Nerilka wakes up or if anything exciting happens. Alright, it looks like Nerilka is awake and she is happy and she is gonna go and watch her mommy playing piano. And then we're gonna work on some skills. Let's see how she is doing on her skills. Oh, she loves the piano. She's like, this is kind of awesome. Can she maybe bob along? No, can't really bob along to it. But you know what we can do? We can try and figure out what this piano thing is. She's like, what is this? Also, not sure exactly why she woke up. She wants to be friendly with her mom. Well, you know what, sweetie? We will work on being friendly with your mom, but why don't we... What can we do here? Why don't you play with that little bear until Mom is done with her piano practice? She is doing absolutely fantastic. She needs to hit level 6 in her instruments and then write some songs once she gets up there. And maybe make some money off those songs. Little Nerilka sitting on her bed just playing with her little blue bear. Being all kinds of cute. Oh, and Jemmy is getting a phone call at work. It is Ian Teen. He says, Jemmy, I think I have a crush on Evie Delgado. Do you think it's worth a try? It's always worth a try, my dude. Go for it. He's like, yes, that is pretty awesome. Maybe my brother can, like, get a life and stop being so mean to the members of my family, including my wife. Oh, and the baby is sleepy again. I'm betting she might have had a nightmare. You know what, little one? Why don't you take a nap? And we will see you when you wake up. Alright, well, Bethany isn't quite getting to the point where she can hit her next level, but let's have her go ahead and make some dinner. Something good. Sliced rice cake soup. Eaten during New Year's. Interesting. Never heard of it, but she can go ahead and make some of that. She's feeling a little bit peckish anyway. I think she might have hit her second trimester 8 hours. So tomorrow she will be in her second trimester, well on her way to making baby number 2. It looks like Nerilka is up from her nap, so we are going to work on potty training her. Looks like Bethany's possibly the one that needs to go potty, but that's okay. Oh, no, little one. She's like, I am so tired. Oh, wait, Mom wants to potty train me. Alrighty. Always be skill building. If I've learned nothing else from Kelsey and Peacha K, it's always be skill building. And then I think once she does that, maybe we will get her another sandwich really quick or something. Put that right there. She could eat and then get some sleep. Little disappointed that Bethany only made a single serving of that soup, but you know, understandable. Alright, I would like you to grab a serving of that. Bethany, once you are done with that, you can use the restroom. And then I think you also need to sell all of these plants, evolve this one. And that looks pretty good. Alright, and then as soon as Nerilka is done with her meal, she will go to bed and we will see her in the morning. Alright, we have made it to the next morning. Bethany is the first one up. She is having some leftovers. She is thinking about playing an instrument and chatting with her brother-in-law. So, you know, maybe we can just have a little chat. Have a little chat with Iantine, see if you can mend some fences. In the meantime, it looks like Jemmy and Nerilka are still sleeping. Ooh, but Jemmy is a very hungry man. He's also a little bit dirty, and he has work in 9 hours. Oh. That does not look like they are doing really good. You know what, darling? Why don't you practice on the piano? Kind of improve that piano skill a little bit. Let's see how she's doing. Probably far better than I will ever play piano. Yep, sounds pretty good. Oh, and it's Neighborhood Brawl Day. She wants to get into a fight. Alright, well, that's interesting. Thankfully, Nerilka doesn't have to worry about Neighborhood Brawl Day, so we'll just concentrate on her skills, and if anybody comes by, well, maybe we'll have a little fisticuffs. We'll see. Jemmy is up, and he is enjoying his wife tickling the ivories. She has reached piano level 6. That is fantastic. She also is about to bust, so she should probably work on maybe taking care of that bladder need. And I'm thinking that little baby Nerilka will probably be getting up any minute now. Jemmy, what is it you would like to do? You would like to level up on your video gaming and solve hard problems. Well, you know what? Why don't you solve some hard problems? There we go. You just work on that, and I will take care of the dishes. Alright, I switched Jimmy's aspiration since we aren't going to be buying electronics, so we are going to have him work on continuing his upgrade on that, since that is one of the things he needs to do for his new shiny aspiration. Since he already did complete his first one, he can just work on another one. And I think we have everything at least for this level. It's a good way to get some more satisfaction points. Awesome, he has hit handiness level 5. Good job. And Nerilka just wet herself, so it's probably a good thing that she, yeah. Alright, she will be getting up. Why don't you clean that up, because it's kind of disgusting. And the baby is doing pretty darn good, so you know what? Why don't you go ask for a bath from your mom as soon as she's done cleaning the toilet. And then we will work on some more of these skills. Since you just did that whole diaper thing, we definitely need a little bit of bath time. Possibly. Are you going to... The Sims sometimes, I swear, go ask your mother for a bath. There we go. She's like, Mommy, I kind of did the diaper thing. Can we maybe do the bath time? Poor Bethany, she's getting so big. Alright, Jemmy, what else do you need to do other than take a bath because you're really disgusting? You need to craft something on the woodworking table, so first things first, let's answer the phone. Hi, Jemmy, I've been thinking about getting to know Zachariah Smith better as a friend. I think you should totally become friends with him. Let's craft a knife block, and then he can take a shower before work. Oh, and it looks like the baby is now clean. Or getting clean. Alright. She's gonna splash her mom a little bit, I bet. Oh. Don't know what the heck I did there. Just hitting the wrong button all kinds of ways. She's like, splashies, splashies. That might not make Bethany the happiest, but it is making Nerilka into a happy baby. Then she's probably going to need to have some more of these delicious grilled cheese sandwiches. And then we can work on that whole skill building thing. Alright, Bethany, why don't you mop that up? And then you can go out here and take care of the garden. Let's go ahead and sell everything. Do a little bit of weeding. And then I think, because we're going to have to start growing our own crops, that it's probably about time to get some oversized crop seeds. Let's get some aubergines, some lettuce, and maybe we'll get some watermelon seeds. That sounds pretty good. Oh, and Jemmy has made his wood block. Fantastic. Alright, we will not be getting a rocket ship, so I guess that was the wrong one to pick. Let's find a new aspiration. Maybe we will work on a family aspiration for him. That seems like a good one. Maybe he'll have a big happy family. That seems like a good one. He has already become an adult. He just needs to buy some more kids' toys, which we will just pretend that he is handcrafting them. Alright, Nerilka, how are you getting on? How are you doing skills-wise? She's not doing too bad. Let's have her look around and try and figure out what some stuff is. I would send her outside to play, but that's a very bad idea. Maybe we will figure out what that is. And then maybe give Dad a hug and ask for a story time. See what sort of wonderful stories Dad tells. She's like, Dad, I want to hear your stories. He's like, well, once upon a time there was a little girl named Sorka, and she wanted to play space adventures and go to a new planet. And when she was there, she actually became friends with fire lizards. And that's the story of your grandma, Nerilka. Even if in the book universe that was definitely not Nerilka's grandma. But you know, this is the Sims universe. Alright. Oh, you are feeling all kinds of flirty. Well, you know, that's nice, but we need to weed these and then sell all of those. No time for video games. Oh, he definitely is telling her the story that has aliens in it again. She's feeling kind of hungry. So as soon as you are done with all that, Bethany, let's have you go ahead and maybe serve some lunch. What sounds good? What sounds good? You know, let's make some beef Wellington. Let's make a big old beef Wellington because that sounds absolutely delicious. At least it sounds good to me. How's the baby doing? Fantastic. She is imagination level 2 now. She is doing amazing. Is she a high enough level? No, she is not. So let's get a little bit of potty help from Dad, since he wants to be a super parent. She's like, how about we learn all about this potty thing? I think I've almost got it, but I did use my diaper this morning. How you doing up there, Bethany? I think you're doing pretty good. All right, we are level 2 of that potty skill. That is amazing. And Bethany, I know it's a little bit wet, but why don't we plant some lettuce, and we will plant some aubergine, and we will also plant our watermelons. Jemmy is level 3 on his parenting. That is awesome. They are... Bethany, remember what I just said? I said plant the lettuce, and then I said plant the aubergine, and plant your watermelon. Please and thank you. Unless I told Jemmy or the baby to do it, in which case that would be kind of silly. Alright, Nerilka, how are you getting on? You are doing really good. You know what, Jemmy, when do you have work? You have work in 5 minutes. Alright, never mind. Nerilka is working on her stacking. And something got placed in the household inventory, and I don't know what. The Sims is being weird. Alright, she couldn't plant that. Let's try pumpkins. Can we maybe plant the pumpkins? I have no idea why the other plants... Okay, well that seems to be a plot that's not working. Alright, Bethany, I'm sorry. Why don't you go ahead, use the restroom. She's like, I'm hungry, I'm wet. Those crops were not working, so I think what we'll do is move that field, and maybe we'll be able to plant there later. And actually, while we're at it, let's maybe buy another toddler bed, because we are going to need that. Probably. Not going to guarantee that we're going to need it, but you know, It doesn't hurt. So we're going to get that, and we're going to put it in our inventory. And, you know, I think that's really all they need. I would get a dollhouse, but maybe not. Although they might enjoy having a big old Blarfy to talk to. We can just say that it came from Earth with the settlers. Everybody's best friend, Blarfy. There we go. And that might have completed Jemmy's parenting aspiration. Yep, we need a little bit more money spent on kids stuff. We'll work on buying some more stuff when the new baby comes. Alright. Why don't you work on that beef Wellington? Or maybe some fish tacos. Why don't you make some fish tacos for the family? She didn't use the restroom because the Sims never do what you tell them to. I'm starting to think that I cannot tell them to do more than one thing at a time. It just does not seem to work. Oh, Nerilka's sad. She's like, where did Daddy go? Also, I'm sitting in a puddle. And I had a potty accident. Oh, poor baby. Well, you know what? As soon as you are done with whatever skill that is you are working on, looks like movement, we're going to go and maybe talk to Blarfy a little bit. Maybe babble to Blarfy a little bit. And then possibly go grab something to eat. No, she doesn't really need it. Oh, the Finchwick Fair has started. Well, isn't that just nice? Nerilka's like, Blarfy, I had a terrible day. I was having all kinds of fun with my dad, and then he just, you know... My dear, please use the restroom before you lose control of your bladder. Oh, and she's like, and then I played with blocks, but there was nobody to play with blocks with me. And then I had a creative idea, but it was all good. And I'm going to be happy very, very soon. And why am I going to be happy? I am going to be happy because my mom is going to teach me shapes. That's right, Bethany. You are going to teach Nerilka all about shapes. And then you're going to clean that counter because it's just absolutely disgusting. And we're going to let them do their thing for a little while. Alright, she is teaching shapes. Then we're going to clean the counter. And then you know what we're going to do? We are going to invite Ian over possibly. And see if he can be the person that we fight for the neighborhood brawl. You know, they're pretty much almost enemies as it is, so why not fight Ian? Seems like a logical thing to do. And then when Jemmy gets home, he can fight him. It'll be great. We'll have a good old family feud. Oh, the baby's still sad. Still sad about the potty accident. But, you know, other than that, she's feeling pretty good. Her energy isn't bad. Yep, she is doing fantastic. And those skills are going up. We are almost level 2 on our thinking. Awesome. Now she just needs to work on communication and movement, and we will have at least everything up to a level 2. Because she is our smart little sweetheart who could potentially be our heir. Alright, Bethany, you are doing fantastic. You are teaching all about these blocks. How are we doing on that baby brewing thing? We are 8 hours away from our 3rd trimester. I don't think that Nerilka is going to age up before the baby is born, but we'll see. Alright, Nerilka, why don't you maybe babble a little bit? And then maybe just kind of go over here. And then play with Mr. Blue Bear. Bethany is over here just scrubbing away. I think I need a sim to come and clean my house for me. Because I hate doing it. Don't we all? She's like, alright, my dude, what's up with you? Would you like to come over? Ian's like, yeah, fine. I'll come over. And there he is. They really don't like each other much, but maybe they can repair the relationship with a little good old neighborhood brawl. Let's sing about neighborhood brawl. Maybe invite him to feel the baby. Be like, you are gonna have another niece or nephew. She's like, you want to feel the baby? He's like, okay, yep, that's a baby. Not sure I'm really all that excited about it, but you know. Can we fight? Nope. Oh, she probably can't do the neighborhood brawl because she is pregnant. Oh well. You know what, Nerilka? I know you're feeling kind of sleepy, but you should probably get to know your uncle. Be like, Uncle Ian! What's up? Oh, and she is feeling awfully tired. You know what? Uncle Ian is here to babysit. Why don't you go ahead and just get some sleep, Bethany? Alright. And Nerilka, why don't you maybe show your toy to Uncle Ian? Show your Grim Reaper toy that was given to you by your grandma before you were ever born, or at least made for her by Sorka. So gotta put away this one. She is a much more organized child than I ever was. We're gonna show well, you know, Ian, you are not the most friendly of all uncles. You know what? Maybe we will go here. Maybe we can actually get to know Uncle Ian since he is babysitting us while Mom takes a nap. I think Ian actually just comes over for probably one of the only working computers on Pern. He looks a little bit sad. Oh, but he is going to make a painting, which I think is fantastic. Alright, and the baby is getting sleepy, but we only have one more thing that we need to get our level up on, and that is communication. So once you're done going there, why don't you go over here? Maybe watch. All we can do is send him home. I think that your Sims, if they're related, should potentially have a relationship no matter what. Alright. Go to sleep. Cranky baby. We'll see her in the morning. But Ian is home, and we are gonna brawl with our brother. Why are we gonna brawl? Because we are tense and we need some fun. And it sounds like a good old neighborhood brawl will be fun. Which brother will win? Looks like Jemmy's on top. Jemmy's on top, maybe. It's a fight. It's a fight. It's a fight. Yo, Jemmy is definitely on. Oh, wait. Ian's on top. Nope. Jemmy's on top. Little dust up. And, Jemmy has won the fight. And look at the brothers are bonding. That is awesome. Let's brighten your brother's day a little bit. Maybe tell an unbelievable story. And then, just for fun, you're not doing too bad, but let's see. Maybe let's write a jingle. He's like, did you see the dragons? They say that they turn into frogs when the police chase them. Trying to figure out what your Sims are actually saying is hilarious. Alright, well, you know what, Ian? It's been fun, but we'll see you later. And as soon as his fun gets all the way up, I'm going to send him to bed, and I will see you guys in the morning. So Bethany is awake. She is taking care of her bladder, and then I think we're going to just go ahead and get her some leftovers. She's like, this whole pregnancy thing, pregnancy bladder is real. And then as soon as we eat some leftovers, why don't we sell that to an art gallery, since our brother-in-law came over and just randomly painted a picture for us. And then, yeah, seems pretty good. She said Neighborhood Brawl was awful. Jemmy didn't really enjoy it that much either. Well, you know what? I don't think it sounds like their kind of holiday anyway. Well, I was going to let Nerilka sleep until her needs filled up, but she is also very, very hungry. So, let's go ahead and pull out some of that and grab some fish tacos, little one. She's like, I am so hungry. I'm very upset. I am very mad. Very, very mad, but I'm going to lay here in bed and not do anything about it for at least a minute. And then maybe her bladder's not too bad. That's good. She gonna actually eat these fish tacos or not? Eat the fish tacos. Or Mom can put you in the high chair. Maybe. Put the baby down, let the baby eat. Alright, Bethany, why don't you talk to the dog? I'm sorry, fire lizard. Talk to the fire lizard. She's a little bit freaked out because Duke is a ghost. He's a little bit scary, but you know, maybe we can make friends with him. She's like, I think that we could maybe deal with this. Ghostly howls, it's okay. She's also feeling a little bit of morning sickness. Alright, Nerilka, what do you think of this ghost dog? Why don't you have a friendly introduction to the ghost puppy? She's like, I am feeling really tired. I just really had to wake up and eat. Because I was a very hungry baby. Alright, well, Bethany is now acquaintances with Duke. That's good. And Nerilka is like, look, it's a puppy. Maybe babble to the puppy a little bit. Aww. She is not scared of Duke at all. That is fantastic. She's going to talk to the ghost dog, and then Bethany, why don't you read Nerilka to sleep? Because she had a little nap. Now she can, or had a little food. Now she can maybe just take a little nap. She's like, nope, can't do it. Why can't I do it? I don't know. The ghost dog was in the way. Nope. Alright. You know what, Nerilka? Go to sleep by yourself. Actually, no. No. She wants to see her daddy. You know what? Why don't you play with your dad a little bit? Oh, Jemmy is freaked out by the dog. Jimmy always felt confident in his belief in the supernatural, but something about the last ghost sighting unnerved him. Seeing is believing, and now Jimmy can't get the thought out of his head that ghosts can be everywhere. Nerilka's like, I don't care, the ghost dog's kind of cool. I like him. But I want to play. And then I'm going to ask for story time from Dad, who, while I was paused, bought a little bit more stuff for the kids. Oh, look at that. He's like, this is fun. Yay, I am super parent. Bethany, how are you getting on? Why don't you just go and tickle those ivories a little bit while your husband takes care of the kids. Alright, the Sims is being ridiculous. I have told her to spray for bugs like 5 times. Let's see if she finally does it. There we go. Awesome. Alright. Jemmy, why don't you... Can you maybe do some weeding for me? There we go. You guys can do a little bit. Oh, and Nerilka is up and on the potty. I repeat, the baby is awake. Alright, Bethany, spray for bugs there. And then maybe you can go ahead and evolve that, even though I didn't see it glowing. Oh yes, she loves gardening. And you can sell everything and maybe get around to weeding some of those. There we go. And the baby is doing fantastic. Bethany is in her 3rd trimester. We are going to be having a baby any day now. Probably not until tonight, though. Also, I really hope that the microphone has been picking me up this whole time, or I am going to be a very mad person. Alright. Baby is doing fantastic. How are your skills doing? You're still a little low on communication. Why don't you go babble to that? Your Teddy. Mom and Dad are out working in the garden. Bethany, you don't really need to do any of that. How are these? These are all doing just fine. Maybe encourage the crop growth a little bit. Jemmy is doing fantastic. He's a little bit dirty, but that's alright. Why don't you, Jemmy, go ahead and do that, and then go ahead and grab a bath. And baby Nerilka, why don't you come out here and figure out what that thing is? Have a little bit of outdoor time in the rain. It'll be fine. Alright, well, Jemmy is currently writing a song on the piano, and it looks like Bethany is about to bust both in her trimester and in her bladder. So we will let her get up and use the restroom, and maybe we will have baby number 2. Hopefully soon. Alright, well, Jemmy in a creative burst was just at the piano until he's now exhausted and starving. In the meantime, it looks like Bethany is doing pretty good. She wants to go kiss her husband before he goes off to bed. Let's see if he actually pays attention to her. I think he will. Oh, no, he is thinking too much about bed. Well, you know what? Why don't we eat that fish taco, waste not, want not, and then we will clean up a little bit and hope that we have a baby soon. Alright, and it looks like it is time. Bethany is in labor. I think Farenth, our ghost dog, might have scared the baby right out of her. So I'm thinking if this is a boy, it will be a lesson. And if it is a girl, this will be Morita. That way we are in keeping with our next book. So we just have to wait and see what flavor baby we are going to get. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and maybe... Oh, it's a boy! And that did not work. There we go. I don't think I spelled that right, so give me a minute while I go check the spelling. All right, I knew that that was wrong. It is Alessan. A lesson. Gotta change that last name. We need to change her last name. I will try to remember to do that in the next episode, but we have had our baby. That is fantastic. Let's go ahead and feed the baby, and that is where we are going to leave it this week. A little bit longer, but we had a baby, and hopefully we can feed him. There we go. Yes, he is in the right spot for feeding. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and next week we will work on Nerilka's skills a little bit more, and just kind of get everybody aging up. If Bethany and Jemmy decide that they want another baby, well, I'm not going to stop them. But until then, have a wonderful time. If you have any suggestions, drop them into the comment section below. And it's been a while since I said it, but if you have anyone that you would like to see in the game, the hashtag, if you have The Sims, is PernLegacy. It's all one word. And you can just drop it there. I check it periodically to see if anybody has dropped any characters that they want to see into the game as neighbors or whatever from any of the books. But until then, I will see you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.